Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. This is Saj, my kid's 19th favorite YouTuber. Big news for me. I have finally done it. I have unlocked Jedi Training Rey. So super exciting for me. It's been months it feels like, so probably longer than that. But it has finally happened. I know to a lot of people out there they've had her for a really long time, but for myself, this is exciting. I'm really happy about this. So went through and spent the last while going through and getting all these characters up to 7 stars, and then I really thought the total event really wasn't that difficult. I only had to go through and actually add some more gear once, and really honestly it wasn't too bad. And compared to going through the Padme event, this really wasn't too bad. Had to add a little bit of gear to Stick Rey just because there was one of them where I really honestly could have probably beat it without doing it. I realized a little bit too late that trying to go through and get Finn to taunt quicker than he probably should have, and really I should have been working on trying to stun. But with that being said, didn't have to really worry too much. I've been hoarding as much gear as possible in the attempt to hopefully go through and actually get her to a decent gear level. Ended up getting her to gear 8, which is not as good as I want, but still, I'm really excited. So, like I said, the event compared to the other ones really wasn't too bad at all, and I'm really glad that my BB-8 is a little bit higher along because that was a little bit helpful. But really, Finn, he stuck through. He was a trooper for me. No pun intended there. So really could have used him to probably be 1 or 2 gear levels higher, but hey, it is what it is. We made it through. And I really do think really what helped was the rework for Old Man Han and Old Man Chewie, getting them to where they are resistance now, probably helped me out a lot. And so I had fun with this, and this team alone I'm pretty excited about. So looking at it for the future, honestly I really only did this for the raids, and I thought this was going to be a good thing for our guild. We only have one other good old Jedi Training Rey, so I think this will definitely help. Tonight we do have a raid, and I'll be able to use her, so that's going to be exciting to see, even at gear 8, to see how strong she is. I did save 1 Zeta for her. I should have waited. I don't know why I didn't, but I did end up using Zeta on Yoda for his battle meditation, with getting Ahsoka up to believe she's going to be Relic 3 right now. So I really wanted my arena team to get a little bit stronger, so I probably should have waited, but that's alright. I think going through and getting her to have 1 Zeta, she's already up to 17,000, so she's already one of my top 5 strongest characters. Is it top 5? Well, either way, she's one of my top characters already, so man, though, I feel good. It just seems like this journey with Star Wars is really starting to do well for me. So start off, I mean, you've seen some of it where I've went through and my first goal was to go through to get Yoda, get my Jedi up, achieve that. Then it was going to go through to get Darth Sidious, so that means I had again had to use some rebels. Then I wanted to get Commander Luke. Then to get Commander Luke, I need to do a few different things, which means I need the Empire team. Man, I'm really happy that I kind of laid all of this out. To go through to get Thrawn, to go through to actually work to get Commander Luke. I think it has been really nice. And then Padme honestly was the toughest. To get her to 7 stars was really difficult. BB-8, that was a really easy event. So R2-D2 really wasn't too hard either. So I feel like I got a respectable team right now, and again, it's not going to take down the world or anything like that, but I feel pretty happy that I have a decent amount of strong meta characters, and we'll see what happens in the future. But like I said, I just did this, so I'm pretty you know, geared up on this, so it's pretty funny. So, but yeah, so with her, I went through and actually decided to do her leader ability first for the Zeta. You know, I went through, and if you don't have the Discord to be able to do Scorpio, the bot that shows you basically, you know, what Zeta's best, I highly recommend it. And again, it's Discord, it's the, you know, Scorpio. There's a couple other ones in there too that you can use it for mods. You can also use it for what best teams there. You know, I'm really thankful. Honestly, what I'm really thankful for is, you know, a friend of mine has actually given me guidance through all this. He's been playing for a really long time. That's what made it to where, you know, I went on to SWOGHG.GG and get that, you know, basically the plan started, and so far it's worked out pretty well. Now, looking at the future, you know, right now I do have some Jedi Revan stuff saved. I'm not gonna really go too crazy on that. I think I'm just gonna pick and piece at that until I really decide that it's gonna be something I have to do. But I'll work through it. But that's really kind of nice, is that I don't really have anybody that I have to get right now, and I'm pretty excited about that. And so I popped a lot of bounty hunters into the group there. You know, Legend Chewie's probably going to be my next project, but to do that, I've decided that I'm going to take the time and actually get Bosk and to get Django up to 7 stars. And so I think that's going to take a long time, and I'm okay with that now. I think at this point the guild is gonna be where it's at. You know, I do think that we're gonna start cutting some people from the group, and which is good and bad, but we need to start getting up to 80,000 so that way we can start getting some Darth Treya and then really start doing well. I've debated on looking at other guilds just because, you know, I am starting now. I'm almost at 2 million, and I think 2 million is actually pretty respectable. And when I was searching for the guilds in the past, you know, I was barely 1 million. So if I'm at 2, I really do think that that's pretty respectable. So, you know, I guess we'll have to wait and see. We really don't have a lot of really strong people right now, but again, you know, I do think having Jedi Training Rey in the group is going to help out a little bit. But man, though, so it's just exciting. I mean, because Padme wasn't too long ago, and now getting her taken care of. You know, I do think that for my bounty hunter groups, Mando is going to be one of the big things for me. You know, Grief is as well, so I think he's going to pop up into my favorites just because I wanted to get him a little bit higher. And, you know, I really do think all the Mandalorian characters are going to be up there for me just because of how much that I enjoy them. So yeah, man, whew. Tell you what, overall for, you know, the actual video itself and what I'm playing, you know, I really had one hard, one of them was actually pretty difficult, and as soon as I realized that the trooper with the shield, I had to stun him right away. That was going to be really helpful. I started off just trying to go through and actually hit whomever I could, and I thought maybe I could just power my way through, and then I realized nope. So as soon as he'd put that protection up and start getting purple, man, that was I knew it was going to be done right there. So but then by the end of it, you know, I was actually facing, going against Unmasked Kylo, you know, with Stick Rey and then Finn. You know, I kept on thinking, okay, why is Finn dying? Like, why is she not hitting? She's not moving. And then I remembered that it's trying to go off from what was in the actual movie instead of, you know, trying to actually attack them. So when she kind of pulled up and grabbed the lightsaber, I'm like, this is done. At this point, this is done. And so yeah, then be able to go through in the last one, not to use any of my characters. You know, I guess it's a little disappointing that BB-8 didn't get to do too much in the second half of it, but hey, it is what it is. So, man, like I said, I'm really excited about this, and moving on for the future. You know, we'll kind of go from there. So hey, moving on. So in Star Wars, I think one thing that I'm going to continue to work on is just getting overall stronger, and I think I'm going to start, you know, really working on gear. And I have a lot of characters, but a lot of the gear levels actually aren't to where they need to be. And, you know, I don't have really looking at, you know, like the Galactic War or like shards and even the arena shards. I don't have too many people that I just have to have anymore. So it's really going to be about going through and trying to make it to where I can just get them a little bit stronger, different gear levels up, so then I can just be overall stronger. And I think with Ahsoka, I mean, going through it, I do need to go through and actually start to work on getting some more in the cantina, start going through and get that gear level or that relic level just a little bit higher. I have enough actual points. I just need some signal data, and I think I'm going to work on that. So I guess I'm just kind of in a weird spot right now. I mean, I've always had one person that I'm set and working towards, and I guess it's kind of Chewbacca, but really it's not. But you know, I think it's just going to be about gearing up each person, because when I look at even my Bastila, you know, she's good and she's ready to go, but she's not even to 12 yet, you know. And when I look at that, I have a decent amount of 12s. Now, First Order, you know, I could go through and get both of the Kylos up to, you know, 12 right off the bat, but I want to save some of the gear because, man, I'm not too far off from General Kenobi, and so with Kenobi he needs so much, and with him being a tank and then Rey being a tank, you know, I'm worried that I'm not going to have enough gear to be able to go through and actually get him to a viable space. So with Kenobi, when it comes to the raid, we're not too far off. I think where we're at right now is going to be, man, I think tomorrow night is going to be another one, so I'm probably 2 or 3 away from being able to go through to unlock him. And even at 5 stars, I was looking at a tier list, and so he's considered in like a S tier. That's pretty exciting, and again, I was hoping to save one of the Zetas for him, but you know, it's just not going to happen. But with the daily drop today going through and giving me 5, that does help. You know, I think I'm still 15 away. Man, I was so disappointed when they cut the extra couple attempts off from each of the nodes, because man, I could have used that. But again, CG gave us almost something for the full time of May, so did hear some grumblings and some whispers about something big coming here in June, so I'll be pretty excited for that. I'm hoping that there's something, and we'll be able to go through and get something else. Again, yeah, I mean, the Galactic Legends really didn't help me much, and I know people were excited about them and working on them, but I'm so far away from that, you know. But on the other hand, too, I think about this, and so I started playing this in November, and when I first looked at Jedi Training Rey, I thought, man, this is going to take me forever. I mean, yeah, it's, you know, what, 7 months from then, but I think about it, with playing this game for as long as I have, what's the next 7 months going to look like? You know, and if I've gone up this much, now the Hyperdrive bundle did really help to get me to where I am right now, because think about it, like all 5 of these characters needed for this, I was fortunate enough to be able to go through and already have them at gear 8 and have them already at 5 stars. So, but still, you know, all the next group, like for the bounty hunters, I technically right now have 5 7-star bounty hunters, but Chewbacca Legend is a beast. Like, I don't even barely get a shot off, so I've realized I need to gear up some characters, and I've been doing pretty well in you know, Grand Arena, and so but I just think that I need to really start focusing on some of these people and getting them up a little bit higher. But you know, I guess we'll see. Well, alright, well, this is what I have for today. I got a little bit more video though I'm just gonna let play. Appreciate it. If you guys get a chance, on the end of it, you're gonna see my Twitter feed, also too gonna be my Twitch, and then I also started a podcast, and so if you're interested, it's called the Rhoam Spirits, and so got some information in there and even in the comments as well. So appreciate it, guys. Have a great one, and good night.